Hi everyone, welcome. We've got Monsieur Cuddles with us today. He's in this little bed. Anyway, we're going to start by arriving. So coming to a comfortable standing place, you can sit, you can lay on the floor, whatever you want to do. And we're just going to arrive by taking 3 big clearing breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, so we'll do 3 like that in your own time, in your own rhythm. Make them as big as you can. So we're here to shake out some stresses and release some tension. So just starting to give your arms a wobble, give your legs a shake, shrug the shoulders, really trying to feel kind of like jelly-like. And then we'll take those 3 clearing breaths again, in through the nose. We'll have another big shake, bend over, wiggle your hips, shake your booty, wiggle up to the sky, wiggle down to the earth. Just shake it all out in any way that feels like it's happening for you today. Don't worry about how silly you might feel or look while you're doing this. It doesn't matter, who cares? Shake it all out. Okay, so we're going to do 3 more clearing breaths, but this time you're going to flubber your lips while you do it, and it will create a vibration which will help shake out stress and tension in the neck. So I'll come a bit closer and show you what that looks like. So we'll inhale through the nose, and then it's just completely ridiculous, but it's really fun. So we're going to do that 3 times. Inhaling through the nose. You're just going to start to swing your arms side to side. You can have the eyes closed down or have a soft, gentle gaze towards the floor, whatever feels most comfortable. If you get a lot of motion sickness, you may want to have the eyes just a little bit open so you can see the floor. Especially with breath work, sometimes it can make you a bit lightheaded. Oh, excuse me. And as you're swinging the arms from side to side, you're just going to start lifting them up a bit higher. So at some point, they are shoulder height. And then up above the head, back to shoulder height, and down to waist height again. Just allowing them to be floppy. And the reason that we do these bilateral movements is to draw the energy through from one side of the body to the other. So reconnecting your left and your right side of your body as well as the right and left side of your brain. So you're going to come up to shoulder height again. Whee. Up above the head. Shoulder height. And down to the waist again. Whew. Now I'm feeling very lightheaded. So inhale the arms up overhead. And exhale to draw that energy down. And shoot it through the fingertips into the ground. Inhaling to draw the energy up overhead. And exhaling to draw it down from the sky and point it into the earth. Then inhaling to draw it up through the earth and discharge into the sky. So we've balanced the energy from left to right, and now we're trying to balance the energy from up to down, or down to up. now we're going to make this movement bigger. So you're going to bend at the knees as you inhale up, and then you're going to bend all the way down, and the arms are going to come back up behind you. Inhaling up, exhaling down, so you're bent, folded forward, and the arms are back up in the sky. Inhaling to stand up, exhaling to shake it all out. Do that 3 more times. And then grab a cushion or a bolster. Just a little something to sit on that's comfortable for you. Have a drink of water. And you can sit cross-legged, you can sit with legs out long, you can sit any which way that's comfortable. So we're just going to do some softer energy balancing. So we're going to close the left nostril. I'm going to close it with the padded part of my thumb. I'm just going to put that over the hole, so I'm not pressing the skin of my nostril into my nose because then it gets all sticky. So I'm just going to place the pad of my thumb over my left nostril. And we're going to take 10 breaths in and out through the right side of the body. So we're inhaling through the nostril and we're exhaling through the nostril. And you're going to try and make these breaths as expansive and comfortable as possible. So you're not forcing, you're not stretching, you're not straining. You're just noticing how much space there is to take up, and then you are moving into that space with your breath. And then you're going to let your left hand come and rest on the left knee. And you're going to breathe in and out of the nose through both open nostrils. Noticing how that feels. Noticing which nostril is more open, which one feels more constricted. And that's a natural part of our body's balancing function. So of every 90 minutes or so, one nostril will dilate and the other will contract. And that is to help to bring calming energy as well as active energy throughout the whole body. Okay, now I'm going to take the right pad of the thumb, I'm going to close the right nostril off, and we're going to take those 10 or so breaths through the left side. So in and out through the left nostril. allowing the right hand to rest on the right knee, making any adjustments that you need to for the way you're seated to make yourself more comfortable. And we're going to breathe in and out through both nostrils, noticing how both sides of your nose feel now. Remembering as you breathe in, your tummy is filling and inflating. And as you breathe out, you're gently contracting the tummy muscles towards the spine to squeeze the last bits of air out of your lungs. Okay, taking any movements that you need with your body, adjusting your seat. Maybe you need a little bit of extra height, maybe you're too high. Just doing whatever you need to do to make yourself really, really comfortable. So there's no strain or pressure on your upper back, because when we're not sitting comfortably, we tend to round in the shoulders and in the neck, and that can cause kyphosis and trapped nerves and frozen shoulder and all sorts of other unpleasant things. So now we're going to do alternate nostril breathing. So we're just going to use one hand. It's usually the ring finger and the thumb. And so you'll close one nostril, breathe in through one side, and then use the ring finger to close that nostril, lift the thumb off, and then breathe out through the other side. And then you breathe in, close with the thumb, open the ring finger, and breathe out. Inhale, same side. Close with the ring finger and exhale from where the thumb was. So hopefully that makes sense. So you can practice that, and then we'll start properly in a second. You might want to blow your nose. Okay, so I'm going to use my left thumb and I'm going to close my left nostril. I'm going to inhale through the right nostril. I'm going to use my ring finger to close the right nostril, release the thumb, and I'm going to exhale from the left nostril. I'm going to inhale through the left nostril, close the left nostril with my thumb, release the ring finger, and exhale through my right nostril. Inhaling through the right nostril, closing with the ring finger, exhaling through the left. Inhaling through the left, and exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right, and exhaling through the left. Inhaling through the left, exhaling through the right. So hopefully you've got the hang of that now, so I'm going to leave you to it. You can swap hands when your hand gets tired. Actually, I'm going to do that now. And you're just carrying on, breathing in and out through one side, in and out through the other side. Or rather out and in. Sorry, I'm making that very complicated. Nadi Shodhana is always such a tricky one to get the words. It's actually so much simpler than we make it sound, basically. So just just in case I confused you just then. You're inhaling through one nostril, closing that nostril, and exhaling through the opposite side. Inhaling through the same side, closing, exhaling through the other side. So every nostril you exhale through, you're inhaling through the same one. And then you swap over. Exhale, inhale, swap, exhale, inhale. Be here for about 3 more breaths. And shake the arms. You might want to fold forwards. I don't know about you, but my upper back was starting to get really tense from that. So you might want to fold forward, shake the head no, nod the head yes. Maybe stretch. So dropping one ear to one shoulder, opening out the other side. And swapping over to the other side. Just gently working through whatever tension may have built up. And inhale the arms up overhead. And exhale to bring the fingertips down towards the ground. Inhaling to lift up. Exhaling to come down. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. On your next inhale up, you're going to bring your left hand to your right knee, and the right hand's going to come behind you. It's not going to go on the floor. It's just so you can twist through the body. Inhaling up, right hand to left knee, left arm behind, and you twist. And we'll carry on like that. Inhaling up, exhaling to twist. Inhaling up, exhaling to twist. Inhaling up, exhaling to twist. And we'll do one more. Inhaling up, exhaling to twist. Inhaling up, and exhaling to fold forward. Okay, so coming back up, adjusting your seat, maybe swapping the cross of your legs if you haven't already been doing that. It's always fun trying to sit cross-legged in the way that you're not used to. And we're going to inhale the shoulders up to the ears and drop them down with the sigh. So inhaling up. Okay, so we're going to do that 10 more times. So follow your own rhythm, follow your own breath. And now we're going to inhale the arms up and exhaling to make the hands fists and draw the elbows down towards the sides. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Okay, so we're going to do that about 10 times as well. So following your own rhythm and your own breath again. into place, putting your cushion or your prop or whatever you were sitting on to one side. I'm going to come to tabletop. So knees in line with the hips, hands in line with the shoulders. You're going to try and have a flat back. You can let the head hang heavy. Maybe shake the head no. Nod the head yes. And you're just pausing here, noticing what you're feeling and where you're feeling it. And on your next exhale, you're going to arch and round the spine. On your inhale, you're coming to a flat back. So we're not doing cat cows. We're doing flat back and then a cat. So exhaling to the arched spine, inhaling to a flat back. So it's a really subtle movement. You're mostly going to be feeling it in the shoulders and the mid-back region. Just allowing yourself to move on a micro level. You don't have to do big flashy movements. You don't have to do crazy elaborate poses. Those poses only exist in yoga to access energy channels for people who are who have hyperextension and stuff like that. The whole point of all of these poses, what we call asana in yoga, is to access energy channels, is to remove blockages. So there's really no point in going into big fancy poses that are sometimes really quite difficult for our unique bone structure or our physical makeup, because we're not getting the benefit from them. We're going to get the benefit from something smaller. And yes, at some point, as we release some of those blockages, we might expand naturally out into bigger and bigger expressions, but that doesn't mean that that is the end goal. There's not really any end goal in yoga. It's more of a journeying through time. It's a, how can I find my peace today? Not, how can I find peace as a fixed end point that stays the same forever? Because that's obviously not true. It's what is happening in my life at this moment in time, and how can I find peace within my mind and within my body? Okay. I'm going to make these movements slightly larger. You're going to inhale one arm up. Doesn't matter where it comes to. Maybe you're going to make a semicircle, so maybe the arm is out in front of you, and you're going to draw a big wide circle, and then bring the hand so it's at the back of the body by your hip, and then you're going to bring it all the way around so it's in the front again, and again you're coming back towards the hip. You're matching your breath to your movement. Again, it's quite a small one, but now we've got the added element of balance. How are you maintaining your balance in this three-legged, so to speak, position? Okay, dropping that hand and lifting the second side up. And again, finding your balance, finding how to distribute your weight on this second side. And then drawing that circle, drawing the fingertips towards the hip. Inhaling to bring the arm back, fingertips are in front of you. And exhaling to draw them towards the back. And just noticing what happens through your body, what happens through your mind as you make these movements. We'll do one more. And bringing the knees together, allowing the hips to sit back on the heels. Maybe folding the arms so you've got a pillow for your head. You're just gently resting in child's pose. Allowing your head to hang heavy. Maybe noticing if there's a bit of discomfort between your belly and your thighs. And especially if you have low back problems, trying to keep the knees together. Obviously, if you're pregnant, then open the knees out wide so baby has room. If you are not pregnant and you have nothing else going on that you're aware of at any rate, trying to give your tummy and your thighs that space to feel a bit more comfortable being pressed into each other. Maybe rolling from side to side, sort of more of a rocking than a rolling, but kind of both. Just gently massaging your tummy with the tops of your thighs. It's not probably going to feel like very much. If you have a very, very tight, very tense tummy, this can be quite uncomfortable, but that doesn't mean that you should ease off. Well, it means you should ease off, but it doesn't mean you should not do it. Now we're going to do something that's very challenging. So you're going to get your hands into your fists, tuck them into the soft abdominal part of your tummy, and then fold back forward. So it's going to constrict your breathing. It's going to completely change your access to your child's pose. But again, you just want to gently roll the body from side to side. So now you're getting a really deep abdominal massage. And you're not dumping all of your weight into your fists. You're easing off, you're holding off, you're folding forward just enough to feel it, but not so much that you're causing yourself any pain or painful discomfort. You're going to be uncomfortable, but you don't want there to be discomfort and pain coming out of that. Stretching the legs out long in front of you, giving them a shake. Maybe moving any flesh away from the sits bones so you've got a more comfortable seat. Inhaling the arms up, and you're going to keep the feet, they're going to be nice and active, so you're pushing the wall away with your feet and you've got your arms stretching up to the ceiling. And then you're going to exhale to fold forwards. And it doesn't matter where your hands reach. If they usually reach your feet and they're not doing that today, that's totally fine. That's just where your arms and your legs are at today. Maybe your hands are resting on your shin bones, but this pose is still active. You're not flopping into this forward fold. We're keeping the back active. We're keeping the back of the neck in line with the rest of the spine. There's an active pushing forward from the back. You're going to feel that activation through the backs of the legs. And then you're going to let go of the legs, let go of the arms, allowing yourself to flop and fold forward. Be soft and floppy like a rag doll. Letting your head hang heavy. Letting your legs be soft. Letting your tummy be soft. Letting your shoulders fold and roll forward. Feeling that nice long deep stretch down the back of the neck. Maybe you're feeling it along the whole spine. Just noticing what's going on for you. And very, very gently, very, very slowly, rolling each vertebra one at a time, stacking them on top of each other. The head is the very, 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 very last thing to start coming up. Moving very slowly. And when you get to that upright position, taking 3 clearing breaths in through the nose and out through an open mouth. We're going to come and lie on our back. Our knees are going to be pointing up towards the ceiling. The soles of our feet are going to be flat on the floor. And you're going to bring your arms out so that they're at right angles. So I'm going to sit up and show you what I mean. So your arms are going to make kind of like a W. And that's how they're going to be on the floor. So keeping the back flat, you might need to tuck your pelvis to get that flat back. Soles of the feet flat on the floor. Excuse me. Knees pointing towards the ceiling. And your arms are at right angles. So your palms should both be facing the ceiling. And we're going to do just the right arm first. We're going to inhale and then exhale to lift the hand up so the elbow stays on the floor, but the forearm and the hand come up and then they go down to the other side. So now your fingertips are pointing towards your hips and your palm is flat on the ground. And you're going to inhale to lift the hand back up. And now the back of your hand is on the floor, your palm is pointing towards the ceiling. And that's our movement, we're just hinging from the elbow. So we're exhaling to point the fingers and pat the ground. And then we're inhaling to lift the fingers up and to tap the floor with the back of our hand. So I'll sit up and I'll show you that again in case that wasn't making any sense. So your arms are like this. And we're exhaling to go like that. And then we're inhaling to come back to where we started. Exhaling to go down. And inhaling to come up. Okay? So, flat on the back. Knees pointing up. And we're just hinging at the elbow of the right arm. And again, these are very, very small movements. So there's a word called titration. It's usually used in chemistry, you know, when you've got all of those like tubes and bottles and like you're distilling essences and then, you know, all you get is one drop of an essence into your beaker. That's the process of titration. But we're doing titration in our bodies. We're doing these really, really small movements to dislodge any stress, to dislodge tension, to allow it to leave the body gently. Okay, so hopefully the right side is making sense. Come back to your starting point on the right side, and we're going to practice with the left arm. So we're exhaling to point the fingers down towards the heels, inhaling to lift the hand up overhead, back to the starting point. Exhaling to come down, inhaling to go back up. So we're just hinging at the elbow. And obviously you'll notice movement through the upper arm, through the shoulder. And that's where the micro movements are really happening, in the shoulders. The macro movement is you moving your hand and your forearm up and down. And the micro movements are all the movements that are happening elsewhere in the body. Okay, so we're going to bring those two movements together. So you're going to match your breath to these movements in any way that makes sense for you. But you're going to, let's bring the right arm down. So now this is our starting point. The right hand face down and the left palm face up. And you can then inhale to switch and then exhale to switch again. So I'll sit up and show you what that looks like. So this was our starting point. This is now our starting point. And you're switching. You can match your breath in any way that makes sense. Maybe you want to do 5 inhalations with the left hand face up, 5 inhalations with the right hand face up. I don't know. You can make it as complicated as you want. Or you can make it as uncomplicated as you prefer. We're just getting used to the movement right now. So you'll notice how your breath feels in this movement. And you'll notice where your breath wants to be sent. You know, what parts of the body have more tension, where there's more tightness. How can your breath expand into it as you breathe in to create more space? How can your breath exhale out of it in a way that softens all of that tension, all of that stress, and allows it to melt away and be shaken out by the movement? So you'll notice all of that as you go deeper inside your body, as you become more familiar with this slower way of moving. Okay, I'm going to shake the arms out, and we're going to come to the lower body now. So our knees are just going to fall from one side, and they won't get all the way down, as you can see. I mean, yours might. You might be super bendy and flexible. And then you're going to inhale the knees back up, and exhale to drop them down to the other side. And you'll want your hands to be out to the side of the body. It's always very tempting to place the hands on the tummy and hold yourself, but we're not trying to hold on to any of that stress anymore. We want to let go of it. So you can either have the palms face up to receive new energy, or you can put the palms face down to let go of any old energy a bit faster. So inhaling the knees to center and exhaling to drop them to the side. So we've shaken up tension and stress and trauma in the shoulders. And now we're gently loosening and softening the same thing in the hips. Inhaling the knees up, exhaling to drop down. And remembering that you can pause at the bottom for as long as you need on either side. You might notice that one side needs more of a pause and needs you to stay there a bit longer. Just really going deep into your inner world, asking what your body needs and giving yourself permission to let go, to be soft. So we'll be here for maybe one more minute. And drawing the knees in towards the chest, wrapping your arms around the shin bones, giving yourself a hug, a squeeze, maybe tucking the head in towards the knees. A little rock from side to side. And then stretching the legs and the arms out long, coming into your Shavasana. Remembering that Shavasana translates into corpse pose. So this is your dead pose. This is the place where your practice comes to die. And I know that Westerners have a lot of fears around death, but dying is rebirth and renewal. You know, look at all your plants in your garden or in your local parks. They bloom and they die back and they bloom again. So this is your moment to die back, to be at rest, to be at peace, to allow your whole body to soften, to let go of everything that doesn't serve you, to allow all of the little things that we've just shaken up to drop out of the body and into the earth below you. Allowing your breath to become soft, allowing your whole body to let go. you need a little longer, turning this video off and giving yourself the time and the space to stretch out and rest deeper. But if you're ready to move, to come back to life, to go on with your day, gently starting to breathe life, to breathe life into the fingers and toes, stretching the feet to the hands, maybe taking a full body stretch, pushing the wall away with the feet at the bottom and the fingertips at the top, tucking the knees into the chest, maybe wrapping your arms around underneath rather than on top. It's a bit more comfortable, it's a bit softer, it's a bit more relaxed. And just gently letting yourself rock through the lower back, side to side. And then bringing the soles of the feet and the palms of the hands together overhead and beginning to rub. Generating heat, energy, waking yourself back up, and tucking the hands behind the knees, and rocking and rolling along the whole spine. Having fun with it, being playful, and rolling up to a comfortable seated place, keeping your eyes soft or closed, placing the hands wherever feels comfortable, on the knees, folded over the lap, whatever works for you at this moment in time. Shoulders are above the hips, ears are above the shoulders, got a slight tuck of the chin, and imagining there is a thread right down from your tailbone, lifting your spine, your neck, your head, and stretching you and just gently pulling you upright and expanding you open. And taking a moment to notice how you feel coming out of Shavasana. Reminding yourself that just because you're no longer in Shavasana, it doesn't mean that you have to bloom straight away. So much of our toxic Western capitalist structures are set up to force people to bloom constantly. Forcing us to bloom when we're not ready. And we don't have enough energy to sustain the blossom. We do it in our agriculture just as much as we do it to our humans. So allowing yourself that time and that space to be in the winter, the so-called dead zone. It's not so much a place of death as it is a place of rest, recuperation, recovering from the excesses of the summer. It's a time to draw all of your energy back into yourself so that you have enough to sustain yourself. And we're going to take 3 clearing breaths to end. In through the nose and out through an open mouth. And drawing the palms of your hands together and bringing the base of your thumbs to your forehead, your third eye. And then gently bowing your head towards your body in thanks and gratitude for all that it does for you. Picturing yourself in complete health and happiness, and taking that feeling with you throughout the rest of your day and the rest of your week. Thank you for sharing your energy and your time. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye.